This is the 2.2 and 2.3 warm-up. If you haven't already tried these, please pause the video and try them on your own. These should be reviewed from prior knowledge. The first thing that we have is the absolute value of negative 2. Absolute value simply is asking us to how far away from 0 is this number. And that's the number that we put. So this will be always a positive number. So the absolute value of 2, if I change my color here, negative 2, if I count them, is 1, 2 away from 0. So my answer for the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. To graph this, I put a solid dot on the number 2. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is negative 3 plus the absolute value of negative 3. Again, this absolute value of negative 3 is asking us how far away from 0 is negative 3. So I go 1, 2, 3. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. So it's negative 3 plus 3. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Number 3 asks us negative 1 minus the absolute value of negative 4. Again, the absolute value is asking us how far away from 0 is negative 4. Negative 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have negative 1 minus the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. So my problem now reads negative 1 minus 4. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. Number 4. 2 plus the absolute value of 2. Again, absolute value of 2 is asking us how far away from 0 is 2. 2 is 1, 2 away from 0. So rewriting this, I have 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So I put my point on 4. Numbers 5 through 10 ask us to complete the statement with either a less than, greater than, or equal to button or sign. So for number 5, we need to identify which one is bigger. Is the 6 or the 5 larger? Some people like to use an alligator reference whenever this. I'm not a huge fan of it, just because whenever we get to variables, it's a little more difficult. So you need to learn these terms. This is this less than symbol. This is the less than symbol. Maybe I'll write it here down here. This one is greater than. And this is equal to. And so try and use those terms as you're reading this in order to figure out the correct answer. 6 is what than 5? Is 6 less than or greater than or equal to? 6 is greater than 5. Number 6, negative 2 is what? 3. Is it less than, greater than, or equal to? Negative 2 is less than negative 3. Number 7, negative 4 is what? Negative 7. Negative 4 is greater than negative 7. Some people struggle on this because there's a 4 and 7. You need to pay attention to the negative sign. Number 8, negative 8 is what to negative 5? Negative 8 is less than negative 5. Whenever I think of this, I try and think of money. if you owe $8 or you owe $5, which one do you owe more on? So you owe more for the -8. Number 9. The absolute value of -5 is what? 5. Now this one can be confusing because it has this absolute value in here. Let's get that absolute value out. So how far away from 0 is -5? -5 is 5 away from 0. So 5 is what to 5? 5 is equal to 5. Number 10, again, we have this absolute value, so we want to get this absolute value out. -7 blank. -6 is 6 away from 0. So -7 blank 6. -7 is less than 6. And that's your warm-up.